And I'll be talking about the Arabic Islamic styles of fashion and clothing. Okay, so I chose this picture because this is what, like, this actually resembles the life of a hijabi woman, you know, like, see the man is, like, trying to tell her to cover her hair. Happens all the time, you know. But I don't have a brother, so my younger sister usually tells me to cover my hair, and then I tell her that she should cover her hair, and then she tells me that she doesn't wear a hijab, and I'm like, okay, so don't judge me. Okay. So the traditional men's clothing starts with a dress. I call it a dress. So it's called actually a dishdasha. It's a dress-like piece of clothing, I guess. It's long. The sleeves have to be long, but there are three types of dishdashas. There's a summer dishdasha that's usually white or comes in like lighter colors, white or like really light yellow. And then there's the winter dishdasha, which is like black, navy, olive, really dark green, which is like better for winter clothes. And I actually stole this picture from my fiance, so I hope he doesn't find out.
That's your fiance?
Yeah. This is the house dishdasha because it's like striped and you can wear it all the time. It does come in like really short sleeves and long sleeves, but it's like what they used to wear before to make it like comfortable around the house. The first step for I call it headgear because I don't really have a name for it. It's like a combination of 3 pieces. So the first step or the first piece is to choose between 2 caps. It's either like the really stiff, thick cap, which is called a tagiya, or the really light, hand-stitched cap, which is called a gafiya. Now this is most common. This is like the most popular cap they wear.
When people refer to a kufi in the American context, like Muslims,
it does have.
Are they referring more to the gafiya or the tagiya or either?
To this.
To that, okay.
Yeah, because that's what they used to wear before.
Okay.
It's like a more traditional cap. Okay. But this is like more comfortable. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I have one. It's really comfy.
Okay. So the second step is to choose like a headscarf. The difference between the headscarves here and the hijab is that the hijab is made out of really thin material and able to like bend it and like pin it or something. But this is like the more rough, thick material. The first is called eshmat, and it's like it comes in different colors and different shapes, I guess. The second is called a gitra, and they're different because, well, just for one reason, is that the gitra only comes in white, and this is like colored, so that's the only reason. The third and final step is called the igal. The igal is similar to a belt, but you just wear it on top of your head in order to keep this in place so it doesn't fly away. And it also comes in like different colors, but in sizes, also in weights. Yeah.
When you say like there's separate steps, like what do you mean there's separate steps?
Well, you have to put this first. Okay. You have to choose between which one you want to put on your head first, and then you put this.
Okay.
Yeah. So wait. Okay. So it doesn't really show, but like he has the cap underneath, and then he has this like right here, right? Okay.
So he's layering too.
Yeah, so it's just like layer over layer until the final step is this, the eagle. Yeah. So it comes in different sizes, big, small, colors even, but the most common is the black. And there are 2 types of shoes that go with the whole book. The first and most popular type is called the nidia. and it's just like where the big toe is separated from the other little toes. And the second type is called the tamima, where it's like all the toes are together. Now, this piece of clothing is actually worn in formal events. It's called a bisht. It comes also in different colors, but black is the most common. You see it in like weddings, wedding ceremonies, like opening of a tower ceremony, or like when our president, you know, our sheikh, is traveling from country to country, so he usually wears this. So it's like really common. You see this all the time.
Looks like a graduation robe.
It does, yeah. Okay, so these are the street styles in casual clothing of men. I'm not really fond of their choice of clothing because I'm a traditional girl. I like tishtashas, you know, hence my fiance wearing a tishtasha, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're trying to be themselves. I think they're trying to be like America, I guess. So, for the women's traditional clothing, so the abaya. There are two types of abayas. There's a head abaya, which is like you just throw it on your head and you like try to hold on to it so it doesn't fly away. And under it is like, well, it's a hijab. And the second is what I'm wearing now, is the closed abaya. I don't need to hold it in place or anything. I can just zip it up or button it or something.
Does that go over the head as well?
No,
closed
it's
abaya?
just like shoulder.
Just on the
Yeah.
So in the web page I have you guys looked at, it was more of a shoulder abaya that they were talking about rather than a head abaya thing. Yeah, because it just referred to as covering like the upper, more about the upper body than the head.
Well, the head abaya can also be worn as like a shoulder abaya, but you still have to like hold it into place and something. But it's like usually a quicker way to like wear, like just go out. Yeah. Now comes the dara. It's like a pajama slash casual wear slash, well, it's what women usually wear before to like, for everything. It was their housewear and their outgoing wear and everything. But now we just call it a house dara because they just wear it for the house. And that's a picture of my aunt wearing it. And it's usually like a dress, but has like colors and different shapes. And that's really just what makes her a dara, sorry.
Is she wearing a cloak over her dara?
No, it's just it's like long sleeves.
Okay.
And that. Well, that's the more traditional long sleeves. And that's the old hijab. It's usually, I don't know why it just came in white, but it obviously did. And it's more stiff. It doesn't bend or like anything. It's just like you just put it on and that's it. And you just like adjust it with pins. So it's really different.
And then is she wearing a head cap as well of some sort?
Maybe underneath.
Yeah.
I have no
Is that
idea.
the thing that's covering her?
No,
her
that's
forehead?
the whole hijab.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a whole hijab.
So that's how they used to wear it before.
Also looks like a hoodie.
Well, it's because of the pins, because they usually like just wear it flat and then they put pins here and then they just fold that. So it kind of makes this space like really big. You can see like here where the pins were.
Ask your question, Max.
Regarding the pins, like, don't you guys get like poked from time to time?
I don't use pins. I'm scared. But
What do you use?
What?
What do you use instead?
Nothing.
Yeah, you just make it work without
Yeah,
it.
no.
But like, have they like figured out a way to like keep it traditional but like not use pins? Besides,
Well, yeah. I mean, like this is
special
kind of
cultures.
traditional, I guess. But like, well, pins make different styles. You know, like for different styles of hijabs. Like for example, I want to make this like that. I just put a pin. You know, but like I don't want to obviously do that, so I don't use a pin. But there are some hijabs that they're really thin that they'll just fall off easily. So they do actually require pins, or like just take it and just put it in here so it doesn't fly.
But other thick ones you can just like tie.
What?
You can like tie around. The thicker ones you can just tie around. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can tie them. You can like put them in place using different things, but no pins. Yeah.
Are the pins more like tacks or like bobby pins?
I'm gonna guess bobby pins because they're like really thin. Right.
Yeah, kind of longer.
Okay. Yeah, they're long, but they're thin. Yeah. So like what they do is, well, I've seen my friend. She used to have pins. I actually thought that they well, it was stupid, but I thought that they had piercings in their head and they would just like put the pins inside. Because like I couldn't see where the pin was. I just saw the tips of it. But, like, do they just like, put it inside? But no, like I saw my friend. Her cap underneath the hijab was plastic. So when she put it, she couldn't poke her head. But like professionals would not need cap. They would just like kind of like pinch it and then they just like put it in there, I guess. But I've never tried.
Yeah, please.
So, a lot of people that I went to school with back in Michigan wore hijabs, and the pins that they use kind of look like the pins that hold men's dress shirts together before you buy them. So they have like a pointy end on them, but if you fold it properly, it won't like hit your head.
Interesting.
On the blogger videos of Islamic fashion, like there's videos about how to shape your hijab based on like your natural head shape to get different shapes and interesting and stylish and aesthetically beautiful sort of things going on. There's a real art and science to how you use the pins with your. It's got to create a certain look.
Yeah, I'm just scared of pins, so I try to
I
stay away.
understand. I am too.
So I call it the face beard. We have first is the niqab, and it's just like covering the whole face but keeping the eyes open along with the bow, like the nose part open. And then we have the burqa, which is basically, well, there's two types. One is similar to the niqab, but it just like it covers the nose, the middle part of the nose as well. It's most common in Kuwait, in like Bedouins and really religious, very religious women. And the second thing is like the whole covering of the face. It's not really, you don't see that in Kuwait because it's like really scary. Like, you know, like someone knows you and comes up to you and like, you know, like says hi and like, hi, I don't know who you are, but like, I'm sure I know you. Yeah. So you don't see that. But yeah, like, I think it's common in like Mecca because like there are many religious, there are many types of Muslims, so there are many types of hijabs, I guess, and face gear.
So it sounds like I go back and forth with my wife because my wife finds most Islamic inspired and Middle Eastern clothing really beautiful and lovely, but like the burqa, she finds kind of scary as if there's a ghost coming.
It is
coming
scary
out.
because like, you know, like as women, you know, only women say hi to women, like, you know, because they're cheats.
Right.
So like when you're walking and, you know, randomly someone comes up to you, is like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, yeah, good, how are you? You don't know who that is, you know, like, but they know you. So it's like, it's weird. Yeah. But like, I have a friend who told me that her mom actually wears this, and no matter like, if she was in a room stuck with like maybe 20 people, 20 women who wear this like burqa, she would recognize her mom. So like that's amazing, you know.
So there's fine-tuned things that kids figure out how to pick up just to distinguish their mom from some of the random
Exactly.
lady wearing this.
Yeah.
Huh,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's really good.
Natural selection.
Well, we disappeared, yeah.
So the next thing and the last thing is called the bukhne. It's this headgear that has gold, and that's what they used to wear like 200 years ago, like that. it's really old, and that's a picture of me wearing it actually.
Damn, you're 200 and...
What's that?
You said that's you wearing it?
Yeah.
So you're like 200 and what?
Well, I mean, it was like a traditional wear a dorade to school, so my mom made us wear that and pose in front of the school. Yeah. It's not good for winter because it's really thin, as you can see, obviously. But yeah, it's.
So is that the headgear itself or the jacket sort of thing that you're wearing too? Is that part of
It's
it?
it's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah, so it starts from the shoulders, kind of, and like ends with the shoulders. It's really long. Now, the casual formal women's clothing. We have a non-traditional abaya. As you know, the abaya comes in black only, but they kind of made it, you know, like either added color to it or made it open or added some more material on it. But yeah.
So would that be the one on the
Yeah,
over there?
that would be
Non-traditional
that's not
one.
working. Okay, that would be the last one. Would be the added material. This one would be the open abaya, and this one would be the colored, I guess. Yeah. Now these are more common than the abaya that I'm wearing right now. Like this has actually become a trend, and yeah, they started wearing like colorful instead of just black. And then we have the non-traditional dara. Well, it comes in different sleeve lengths and as well as collar lengths. It could be like collarless or 3/4 or short. But yeah, this is also common in Ramadan. You'd see people wearing that all the time. Again, it also became a trend to wear it, especially in like Ramadan, you know. And these are just what typical Arab women wear like these days. These are for the girls who don't wear a hijab. They can wear dresses, pants and shirts and like dresses and all that. But you know, they're free to whatever they choose.
Hi, you lived in various Arab countries. Would you agree that women in big cities generally might have more like contemporary Western dress, and women more in the countryside are often more traditional sort of dress? Or what's your experience with that?
Wow. From what I've seen and heard is that, well, here's an example. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates, it's like a really big country. You know, it has like Dubai, has other places. And so, well, what they are required to wear is basically an abaya. Whether it's colored or not, they just have to be covered. But once in their private lives and their private homes, they wear they wear these things. When they travel out of the UAE, they still wear these things. They don't commit to the abaya. But like in Kuwait, well, these are actually all Kuwaiti girls. None of them, I don't think any of them are Bedouins, but like Bedouins usually have a different style, and it's going back to the traditional style. But these are like, they don't live near the actual desert, so I guess they get their influence from social media.
So does the city have like a city rule, like Dubai, for example? Is there like a rule that like okay, say like one of these girls was like breaking the rule, like what would happen?
They weren't wearing the abaya in Dubai.
Yeah.
Well, if they were in Saudi Arabia, I think they would probably.
Like you just get arrested or something.
They would, yeah. Depending on the country. I mean, whenever I went to Dubai or the UAE, I wasn't required to wear an abaya when I wasn't wearing a hijab or anything. Even when I was wearing a hijab, I wasn't like regular clothing, you know. But in Saudi Arabia, because it's a more like really strict country, they would have to like even cover their faces. So So like a girl with like her face not covered, they would just like have her brothers like punish her or something, or like, you know, if she was in a bad situation, you know, like with a guy or drinking or something, they would just like arrest her, maybe like even, I don't know, kill her, I don't know. But like they're really strict. Yeah.
Were there rules in Kuwait as well? No.
Kuwait is more like Dubai.
Okay.
You can wear whatever you want, but yeah, you can wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
And these are the like women who wear a hijab. And the turban actually became a trend. Many people started wearing a turban instead of a hijab, you know, calling it a hijab. Yeah, yes, that's it.
So the one in the middle,
Yeah.
like would you call that a turban or a hijab?
It's a turban hijab. I don't know how they call it a hijab, but that's basically what they call a hijab.
In the United States, especially on African American Muslims, you see it's typical for the hijab to be tied in the back and kind of just hanging in the back, whereas most other Muslims will have it like hanging tied in the front more. But it's interesting to see non-African American women who has the more tied in the back style.
She actually is half American, half Kuwaiti,
Okay.
and she's the one who started the hijab turban trend. Yeah, so, well, some people actually wear that. Well, my mom actually wears a turban, but she kind of ties it so it doesn't, like her neck doesn't show. Yeah, and like other people wear like a turban and like a scarf. Many Kuwaitis around here actually do that. But yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that that's a hijab. I tried, but it didn't feel right. And yeah, I guess that's it.
So they're kind of combining modern clothing in a way with certain hijab styles that are also kind of modern in its approach.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
Shukran for listening. Thank you for listening. All right, let's give Haya